let's crack on with Star Wars because I actually have something to say. I reckon it's gonna like it's gonna be like a Rage 2 single player RPG or a Skyrim or something like that. I don't think they'll go down the routes of. I mean, I know it's made by EA, isn't it? Is it EA? Yeah, EA made it.
Yeah, I think Respawn are
Do you
working on
hoping
it.
it doesn't go down the lines of? Are you hoping it doesn't go down the lines of Battlefront 2?
I hope not. I really hope not. Bearing in mind, like Battlefront 1 for the original Xbox was probably one of the best capture the flag team kind of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, team kind of games. But like on the Xbox One, they just like Battlefield 2's just massively flopped.
It has.
Yeah, but that's because of all their troubles with the microtransactions. Because EA are absolutely shocking.
That's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. Like EA have microtransactions for every single game.
Literally every single game that EA have ever developed or published just has microtransactions left, right, and centre.
But like with this Star Wars, I'm hoping it's going to be a no microtransaction, single player. Well, we think it's all single player, didn't we? I mean, I've heard. From
the trailer it just looks single player.
RPG, which should be good.
Right.
Yeah. I just hope they don't go down the route of Battlefront. I'll be massively disappointed if they did. Or even along them lines. Just make like a Knights of the Old Republic. Everyone loved that game. It was the RPG game of the year. It was an MMO. It was like a World of Warcraft, but Star Wars.
I liked Force Unleashed.
See, I didn't. I was single player as well, wasn't
it? Yeah,
it was.
I didn't like Force Unleashed.
I don't mind. The Force Unleashed was a good idea because of you weren't playing like the characters we all know from the Star Wars films and franchise or whatever, and you're starting with a total unknown character in those games. You're built up to be a full Jedi or whatever.
Yeah, but that's what this game's going to be, like the Falling Jedi, because it's the one after. The senator said, execute Order 66. Like, we all know, we've all seen the movies. Please say you've seen the movies.
Yeah. Nope.
Please tell me you know what. Oh, fucking shit. At the end of Revenge of the Sith?
I don't know. I haven't followed the films at all.
I'm so confused right now. Revenge of the Sith, I think the senator said, execute Order 66, where they take out the whole entire try and take out the whole entire Jedi. So there's no other Jedi around besides that little green one that runs around. Fucking Yoda. Little gremlin.
I love Yoda though.
He's a gremlin.
He's not a gremlin.
He's a gremlin. Yeah, so at the end of that, they execute Order 66. So that's what the Falling Jedi is. After that, if you've watched the trailer and watched the movies, you'll understand. So you're not going to have a Jedi. A Jedi? It's that, mate. I'm telling you, it's that, mate. You're not going to start off with a Jedi, because none of them are alive. Everybody who's interested in that game should know. There's no doubt about it. If they don't, then go watch Outlaw Gary.
Yeah, but unfortunately, though, what you're thinking is...
Wait, hold on, Horror. Yoink! You can't say... You can't say that because I'm not going to go watch Outlaw Gary. I'm interested in the game, but I don't know the backstory.
You have no idea what I'm talking... No, it's 2005, right? Did you watch the trailer for The Fallen Jedi?
Yeah.
Right? You need to go and watch Revenge of the Sith, mate. That's all I need to say.
I will. Like, before the game comes out, I will watch more and I'll research it.
It'll be that movie. Don't watch any of the others if you don't want to. It'll be that movie, Revenge of the Sith. But you start off with you will start off with a Jedi that nobody's heard about, nobody even cares about, and then they just become an absolute machine.
Yeah.
Right, that's Star Wars over and done with. That's my little rant over and done
As
with.
long as I can deflect
Stormtrooper
Stormtrooper stuff with my lightsaber, I'm happy.
No, because the Stormtroopers are beyond you. They're not even called Stormtroopers. They're called the Republic.
Wow, your voice just went really deep.
Yeah, it's because of that, mate. Sorry. I apologise.
What are you, Barry White, all of a sudden?
Right, well, as long as I get to have Star Wars related fun, lightsabers, whatever else.
Yes, you'll have Star Wars related fun. You can shove your fucking lightsaber up someone's ass.
No, that wouldn't be pleasant. It'd probably burn.
Take Ringburn to a new level.
Yeah.
Off the topic of Star Wars, we'll stick with EA. I want to see at E3 Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 3.
Bill, what are you doing, mate?
No, because I've loved the first two.
You are a good gamer. Now my respect for you is slowly decreasing.
I don't think so, because I've actually played the first two as well, and they're actually really fun games to play.
Then I'm sorry, but my respect for you is slowly decreasing as well.
It's basically Call of Duties, like Call of Duty games on drugs.
Call of Duties?
Yeah, Call of Duties.
The Plant vs Zombies Garden Warfare games actually have a lot of funny humour in them. And some, like, even if you're like a kid playing or an adult, you sometimes pick up on like the innuendos and stuff in some of it. It
might just be me. Like, I just can't get you. I can't get on with the games. Like, your opinion is your opinion. If you want it to happen, then
why don't you get on with the game so well?
I just don't know. I don't know. It's why would I want to shoot a fucking yellow ball out of a sunflower's head? Is beyond me.
Because it's fun. It is literally like Call of Duty without the stress.
Bucket on his head.
Yeah, but you don't have all the stress of
zombie with a bucket on his head. Me.
Yeah, but the thing I like about the fun thing
I prefer to play Red Dead Online.
No.
I would.
No. Take it back, or all respect is gone.
Mate, all respect's gone then, mate. Fucking shove up your ass.
I can't believe you've just said you would rather play Red Dead Online.
No, seriously, I would. Seriously, I would. I can't stand. I played Garden Warfare with you lot the other day. I got into the lobby. I was like, nah, fuck this. I have better respect for myself.
Literally, just straight up, fuck this.
I can't. Just.
Can I just say, I know Connor doesn't like necessarily talking about it because he's talking about Star game he don't really played, but
crack on, mate.
One thing I will say that I enjoyed. One thing. Go on. One thing I will say.
Jesus, I just had myself in a headset as well. Okay. I don't, because it hurts your throat. It fucking hurts. I can't
breathe.
No, neither can I now. Jesus, I'm trying to hold back a cough. I'm tired, boys.
I can't say what I want to say.
Yeah, you can. Go on, spell it out. Go on.
Oh, Bill, I just think I just thought something. I just thought something. If you play that back, you've got to do it in even slow motion.
or fast with high-pitched squeak. Like that laugh as well, mate. You fucking fast forward that laugh with a high-pitched squeak. I'll tell you what. Another woman. Alright, go on, what was he saying, mate? Go on, because I can't smile anymore, my face hurts.
Fucking Barry White over it. Jesus
Christ. Go on, crack on, mate.
What was saying on the top of Plant vs Zombie Garden Warfare, and I quite like the card system you get where you open packs of cards and it gives you a different customization for either a zombie or the plants or the vegetables.
Fucking take me to Belgium. Fuck these loot box systems.
No, it's not though, because you earn all the coins in game, and you unlock you open a spectacular character pack.
So it's like Overwatch, right? You earn the coins, right, or earn the loot boxes by leveling up, but it's still gambling. You're opening a loot box. Right, I'm not going down the route of Belgium here, but the loot box system's shite. It's like FIFA pack system.
Oh, don't even get me started.
We're still on the subject of EA, yeah?
Yeah.
I was watching something the other day. I can't remember what it was. So it was like not to do about FIFA, but it was something to do about EA as a general whole. The chances of getting a high informed player is like 0.1%. What's the fucking point?
There isn't, and the thing that makes it worse is on FIFA or Madden or any of the sports games where they do it, like NBA, you literally build your ultimate team, and at the release of the next game, everything's gone. You spend £5,000 and you build up, I don't know, you get like Team of the Year, Messi, Ronaldo, Suarez, like whoever. Like when the next FIFA comes out, like FIFA 20, you've lost it all gone. You have to start all over again.
Yeah, I get it. It's like, but see, like, what I like this system of, I know it's not EA related. Well, no, it is kind of, but it's 2K19, like the basketball games.
Yeah,
that
yes.
game, right? That game has such a smart system. It gives you the option to absolutely grind the game. Like we grind, I don't know, FIFA, Call of Duty, the Weekend League, so on and so forth. And it gives you nothing the next year. Whereas 2K, if you grind in Playgrounds, you get 99 rated, right? So 99 overall. You get Hall of Fame and shit like that. You actually get a bypass for the next year.
You do,
I think that's fucking smart, mate.
And like, you also have a thing in game that has your name on it in game as well.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame.
A Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, to say that
like that's such a smart gameplay. What I don't get is why other games don't do that. It fucking bugs the shit out of me. But EA as a whole, you are shite.
They are literally the worst development / publishing company known to mankind. Like, they are fucking shocking.
I will come back to say
they're fucking worse than Ubisoft. And let's face it, Ubisoft, they're not that good of a company. They make good games, but the company as a whole is shite. Like the servers.
I will say, coming back round to what Colin was saying about 2K19, because I played practically from 15 onwards on the 2K games, right? And I have bought actual currency for the last one, 2K18, just so I could get myself to a level 80 upwards, because obviously I was falling behind and stuff. And at least when you buy the coin packs and you level up, it still gives you the items you would get if you reach that level if you did it without it.
Yeah,
if you did it without it. If you did it without it, so it doesn't restrict you from getting the items that you're supposed to get. Whereas EA kind of put them behind like a paywall, but the only way you could actually access them is not by playing the grind of the game, it's by spending more money on their pack or whatever, like FIFA or any of their sports games or
fucking bugs me.
Games, but yeah.
Just the ages as a whole just bugs me. So that's your Plant vs Zombies wanting to come out.
Well,
I want to be happy. I want to be happy. I want to be happy for you, mate. But I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I really don't think they will.
I think moving on to the next thing. The one thing I want to talk about is on my thing.
Yeah,
was Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep.
Don't get me started on that game. That game looks absolutely beautiful.
I'm just hoping. Like just
even
game,
the trailer.
But what was that trailer is amazing. And I'm saying,
Yeah,
like, even the gameplay footage they showed, the demo from last year E3,
yeah,
or whatever, and basically, like, the whole mechanics of where you could have, like, weapons that come out of your arms and stuff, where you can jump and stealth people from above, and, like, stab them with, like, blades that come out of your arms, and you can actually have your weapons where they adapt to whatever you're doing, in-game. Stuff like that, which I think is kind of a thing I don't think I've really seen in like action adventure games like that. In a sense,
no.
I mean, and
But
I
see,
mean,
it's,
especially,
it's
yeah.
no, go on, carry on, no,
I
carry
was
on.
to say, like the whole setting of Cyberpunk is like I don't think I've really seen anything that's been done so well in regard to the whole sci-fi um, kind of things in what they're getting
But
at.
see, it's like one of them games, right? That the trailer looks amazing. We've all had recent experiences with
No.
amazing looking trailers, but the gameplay turns out to be absolutely shocking.
Oh, because The Walking
Yes,
Dead.
Anthem, we are talking about you.
And The Walking Dead.
Just want to put it out there. But Overkill's The Walking Dead, that was going to be a shite game from the get-go.
Yeah, but the
It's
trailers
Walking
looked
Dead.
incredible.
Yeah.
But I just hope, I don't know, I think it's going to be one of them games that the trailer looks amazing and the game is going to look equally amazing. Whether the gameplay is going to be as good and they've got a long story and stuff like that is a different story.
I can't see how it would be because CD Projekt Red are the ones that did the Witcher series games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
originally.
I know.
And
Yeah.
if you ever go back to how big the Witcher games were, especially the last one, number 3.
Witcher 3
Witcher
was
3 was a
absolutely
massive
huge.
game. It was huge. So I'm hoping if they can incorporate what they had, the mechanic, not necessarily, well, maybe the mechanics, but the whole part that you have to travel from one place to the other, which takes you a good, say, 15-20 minutes to get from one part of the map to the other, I'll be all for that. And I would like to hope to think that you're not stuck within that whole big city, that you could go to like other areas outside the area and stuff like that.
Even if you are stuck in that whole big city, look at the size.
You still get lost
of the
in
city.
there.
Look at the size of the city. The city's huge.
Yeah.
But see, I want it to. I really want it to like over my expectations for the game. I want that game like as much as you do. Like I want to see it at E3. I want to see a good chunk of it at E3. Like.
But did you notice that obviously I've seen the trailer many times, right? I've seen the trailer over and over again many times just to try and anticipate the excitement for it when it comes out. But I noticed there's small little bits like when I watched them of things that might happen might be available in the game. Like there's an instance where you see the female protagonist in the game where she's like doing her makeup and she's got a prosthetic arm. Obviously she has a prosthetic arm in the game and it could be modified for different abilities and stuff. I'm hoping like other cosmetic, cosmetic, I guess, but like you could change like your eyes do something, like you could get different retinal scanners that like have different eyes that could do different visions and but you have that'd be cool. Like you could go into like that, like like that shop she goes into in the gameplay demo where she gets her arm augmentated to be like the work.
That game Cyberpunk, like without the prosthetic arms and the fucking heads and shit, would be a good Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Kind of set.
That's very, very true.
In them kind of, I don't know. I think it's going to be. I think that's going to be one of the anticipated games of the year. I mean, it comes out next year, 2020.
They've not actually set a release year for it. I think at E3 it's either going to be late this year or I reckon it's going to come out mid next year.
It'll be mid next year if anything.
I think, and I'm not trying to sound I'm not excited for the game because I am, but coming with the upcoming E3 or whatever, and they do show anything, I think they'll either say the development process of how far they've come since last year, or they show another trailer with maybe some different screenshots or different video or something different for the game, or they say this is the release date, this is when it's set. We never know. We never know with E3 and developers in general. And I think Cyberpunk's been kept quiet for quite a long time, and even before last year at E3, they were very quiet about. They didn't say anything like on social media or anything about where the game was heading, like direction wise. And then they suddenly come out last year saying, "Bam! There's the trailer. And then a gameplay demo all in like one hit." Like
yeah, but see, I
E3.
think that's probably like the best kind of games is when you have nobody knows it's coming up. Like obviously you have a like a thought that, oh shit, Cyberpunk 2077's actually going to appear this year, but you don't know what kind of gameplay they're going to put into it. Whether it's going to be a gameplay demo, release date. Like, I think most people that want the game they're going to want the release date now because they've seen the gameplay.
This may be a long shot. This may be a long shot though, but there's no harm in wishing, right? And then this has just come to mind when I said that maybe a release date or like another video trailer of some kind. But I'm hoping they might come out and say, well, here's a playable demo of it, and maybe you get to play the first mission or something.
That is a bit.
That's going a bit far fetched. That's a bit far fetched. Yeah, I know it is far fetched, but I know in the past that some.
I mean,
game developers have actually done that. They've actually done that, and when it happens. But yeah, I know. But I mean, it's far-fetched. But it's just
Cyberpunk 2077. Please arrive at E3.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's going to be at E3, and I reckon I'm going to go for a late, like end of this year release date for it.
No, I don't know.
I reckon they've got. I reckon there's surprises.
I reckon I could go.
They did
on that.
surprise,
I reckon they're keeping something up their sleeve that maybe they've not said on social media, which they won't. And do like they did last year E3 when no one knew there was going to be a trailer or even a gameplay demo of it at all. So you never know. It could happen. Could happen.
Dying Light 2. This is another one that Con's not a massive fan of. But I love it. The first one, incredible.
Yeah, first one's good. But what I'm hoping, and this is the only gripe I have, and it may seem like a silly gripe, but I suppose everyone's entitled to them. I found, as good as the climbing mechanics in the game were in the first one, I didn't find that I didn't. Yeah, I found. Yeah. I found that it could be a lot more. It could be a lot more fluid and a lot more responsive.
Oh yeah, 100%.
To where you're climbing, climbing from one building to the next,
get me wrong,
or whatever.
I played the beta. What was it? Was it the pre-alpha, the online one that they gave me through Steam, or gave Gaz through Steam, and I played it on my PC?
Maybe.
I don't know.
No, I was asking. Oh fuck! I can't even find it now. It was one of them, the online beta, like the PvP. And I'm sorry, but it was probably one of the most shocking.
Wait, are you talking about the failed battle royale mode they tried bringing out?
Was it the failed battle royale mode? I think it might have been, yeah, but I didn't know it was.
They ended up charging like 15, 20 quid for it, and I was going to play it because it did look decent. I thought, no, I'm not paying like that much for it.
So is that not Dying Light 2, no?
No.
Well, I'll take everything back that I was just about to say then. I'm not even going to
No. Dying Light was the story with Kyle Crane. It was an open world zombie
I've played
game.
Dying Light 1. I've played Dying Light 1.
This is the sequel to that.
This is the sequel to that, yeah.
Yeah, the volatiles that pretty much gave Gaz like severe depression and a heart attack.
Yeah.
Like when me and Gaz was playing through it, we both were screaming when we was being chased by volatiles.
Do you know one thing, right? And I will say, right, when I very first played Dying Light, right, the system where the zombies become more feral when it's dark, right?
Yeah.
I've never shit myself so much in my life when I have a horde of fucking zombies running at me with no searchlight or no torch or anything. You're literally fighting the darkness to see where you're going back to a safe place. I've never been so scared in my life. It was frightening. Literally,
Right.
you panic and God knows what else. You know?
Then if that's the case, if that's not Dying Light 2, what I played that multiplayer, then I'm gonna go with an open mind. I might give it a go.
It's definitely worth it. It's
I'm not
4-player
buying it.
co-op.
I'll borrow one of your accounts or something. I'm not buying it.
It's gonna. Well, I'm hoping it's like a 4-player co-op. It should be, because number 1 was. The following DLC, they added vehicles in so that you could drive around. You leveled them up through skill trees, and you leveled up your character. There was a lot of depth to it, and it was more of a realistic Dead Island kind of game. Like you've got all the crafting and stuff still in it for your weapons. And one of the best things about that game was all the Easter eggs they put in it. Like you had the Excalibur sword, there was a Mario Easter egg in there. There was lots of different Easter eggs, and like the story was a bit cliche in terms of zombies. Like you end up getting the bad guys shoot all his own like army and shit like that. Like as long as they work on the story, they progress. Like I want to see more of Kyle Crane, like a lot more of him, and how his story advances. He was the main character in the first one, but I think as long as they continue it from where it left off, and they make it, like, as long as they just improve the general game, I'm 100%, like, I can't wait for it. I'm really excited for it. Because I loved the first one so much.
You know, I did play a little bit of the first one, I'm not going to lie. Well, I didn't play enough to... Oh my god, I fucking want the second one now. No, I didn't play enough of it to want that.
Oh, I think I played too much of it.
I found that the learning curve in Dying Light wasn't steep, but it was steep enough to really make you think about how you went about doing the missions and stuff, and how you approached them and stuff. So it had that open mission feel as to like the best. If you had the best equipment, like the best weapons, and like you could have, you had the supply to make stronger weapons and guns if you could find them, but they were very scarce in Dying Light.
Yeah.
Couldn't you mod guns in Dying Light 1?
No. No, not the guns. I think it's definitely going to be worth it. As long as they like continue the story and build upon what they made in the first one. Don't change too much stuff about the game. I reckon it's going to be worth it.
Session, mate. I cannot wait. I want to see more of Session. It's a Skate 4. That's Skate 4. We call it Skate 4. Fuck Session. We call it Skate 4.
All right, so we're already rebranding it. It's going to be Skate 4.
Yeah, Skate 4. Even though it probably doesn't look like Skate 4, but it's going to be called Skate 4.
Well, I don't know anything about Session. Not seen a single thing on it. But as long as it has
there was
Ragdoll, Break Your Bones.
I think it was like 4 or 5. I thought it was like 4 or 5 months ago. There was actually like Shroud and Summit and players like that, streamers like that, sorry, all played Session, like the pre-alpha or something like that. And it looked horseshit. But so did Skate. Skate looked horseshit. And then they bought the Skate 1 out, where you could go to the shop on your first mission down that street, and you could grind and shit out when you're bored. I just think it's going to be a great game. There's not many games like Tony Hawk. He's just
watch it.
Tony Hawk's shite, mate.
No, it is not.
It is not.
It is the greatest skateboarding game of all time.
I'll fucking take you both on. It is shite.
No. If it wasn't for Tony Hawk as a stepping stone for skateboarding games, you would not have the likes of Skate or anything like it, or Session alone.
But Skate,
if it didn't have a stepping.
Tony Hawk's, isn't Tony Hawk like you have to do like the kickflips and stuff like that with buttons? Is it your A, B, X, Y?
Yes.
Yeah. What's the fucking point? You're doing nothing.
Yeah.
No, because you
but
combo.
What you got to think? Yeah, you combo it.
Yeah,
But what you got to think of? What you got to think
It's going
is,
back to Mortal Kombat again, mate. Button bashing.
Yeah,
No,
but it's either
yeah,
that
you
or
gotta-
you
you
get a
gotta learn the
typical
combos from
skateboarding
Mortal
game.
what I'm trying to say is, if it wasn't for that, basically EA basically made Skate, but it was just an evolution
I
of what the
what
Skate game
you're
could
saying.
be.
I get what you're saying, right? But all Tony Hawk's was a button basher. Oh, combo X Y B A back.
Yes.
I'm assuming that's one
Yeah.
of them. I don't even know because I
Yeah, no,
You know
but
the
it's
right-
either
you know
that
the-
or wriggle your stick like you do on FIFA to do skill moves.
Do you know what the thing is?
But
right?
it's not like that though. You can't wiggle your stick on skate
Why
and do
not?
skill moves. You
I'm
can't
sure if
wiggle it
anybody-
round. You can
If
do a
anybody
kickflip.
listens,
That's it.
if anybody listens to this, like anybody who's
Well, I
an
hope
old
they
school
do.
gamer who remembers playing the original Tony Hawk games,
I
the
do.
one thing that made it popular is because you could try and beat your friend's scores, or you could try and beat your own scores by getting better and better and better. So it had a sense of replayability. As much as people admit it didn't, it did because you knew you could do better, and it made you grind to get better.
And then you had to
playing
get the
the game.
skate letters, you had to collect the tapes.
Yes,
There were different objectives to do in
and-
each
So
level.
it's like horse, no?
And
Horse? Is it
that
horse?
Yeah, but skate.
And
Yeah, horse.
that took skill because you had to memorize. No matter how many runs you did,
Yeah, no, I'm
you
not.
had
I'm
to
not saying
you had to
that.
memorize
I'm
where
not
everything
saying
was.
you don't have to memorize or anything like that. It's, as I just said, it's going back to Mortal Kombat. You have to learn the combos. But Tony Hawk, if they made a Tony Hawk game now, I think, as much as I hate EA, like I really hate EA, I think people would still go with Skate.
No, I'm even with that. 100% nowadays it's skate, but classic gaming in terms of skateboarding, 100% Tony Hawk's. Especially like the soundtracks on them games were amazing as well. Like in terms of, I wouldn't play a Tony Hawk game now. Like no chance I would play Tony Hawk's. But like back in the day, like when I was young, going through childhood or whatever, playing games, Tony Hawk was where it was at for skateboarding. But nowadays, 100% skate, because you can do all the stupid ragdoll stuff. You can throw yourself off, smash your bones. I love it. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's easy. Like it's simple.
Can we all agree that there's hardly any of them games around now?
No, there isn't. There's well, you can't really do too many of them.
No, I get that. I get you can't really do too many of them. I think that's why Session's coming out now when Session is coming out. Or, yeah, you know what I mean. But I don't know.
As long as there's fun... as long as there's fun co-op modes, I'm all for it. But if it's just single player boring, then I'm not interested.
Let's face it, we all know EA's known for their bullshit, but they're also known for their co-op.
And I can just imagine right now, because it's EA, there's going to be microtransactions. Pay us $8.99 and you can get yourself a gold fucking skateboard. Of
course there is. Of course there is. You pay 49. If you pay 49 quid on microtransactions, you're gonna get yourself a fucking clown outfit or something. I don't know.
It will be something stupid, though, innit?
It's gonna happen.
It will be, yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be something stupid on that game. But I'm excited for the Session. Apart from the streamers playing it fucking poorly. I haven't really seen much stuff on it. Well, I haven't personally.
Well, I hope it's at E3 so we can find out more.
Yeah, be fucking be alright, wouldn't it?
And what was you saying,
But
Horace?
this E3, I think this E3 is gonna be fucking mad.
All I know, this Session has been in development by a Kickstarter of some kind to get it to where it is and stuff.
Right, Horace, do you want to cover backwards compatibility?
Yes. What I want to hopefully see at E3 is maybe a little progress in what is upcoming with regards to game releases and whether we'll see more Xbox original games.
But what could they release that's not already being released? that question stumped you, didn't it, boys?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, there are probably games that probably came out on the original Xbox. Xbox. And
Oh,
on the
that's a game.
360.
Like it would probably never ever go backwards compatible, and I don't know if you two have ever played it, but a racing game called Midtown Madness.
Yeah, I've played it.
I remember
I remember playing it on my PS2, mate. Was it PS2?
No, original Xbox.
PS2.
I don't know if it was on PS2, but I played it on original Xbox.
What, with the fucking minis and shit.
Yeah, and the Koenigsegg where you have to jump it across the bridge.
the
ramp across the river.
I remember.
I used to love that game. But in turn, I don't think they're gonna go with original Xbox games for backwards compatibility.
I don't. Like they're only gonna go with like the top. So like GoldenEye, obviously, an absolute classic.
No, but what I'm thinking is the reason why I say it is because when they released some of the back catalogue of ones they were going to release anyway, they had ready, were the likes of pretty much most of the Star Wars games, which some of them were originally PC games, so like Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. And then you had obviously the original Battlefronts 1 and 2, and various other games that I can't remember playing myself. Things like that. So
I totally get with the backwards. I really get the backwards compatibility, like with the original Xbox games, so on and so forth. But how can you make it better? I mean, I know you're not supposed to make it better because it's backwards compatible. But why is somebody going to choose a backwards compatibility game that they've played when they were fucking 10 years old to a better game that they've got now?
If they can make it a better platform for what it is, it would be the option as where you weren't restricted even you had the game, you bought the game digitally or had it on a disc, but you could just get any Xbox original game or 360 game, and basically it had an inbuilt library where it would recognise the game that you had on disc and you'd be able to play it automatically without not having to know whether it was backwards compatible or not. But that's probably far-fetched.
Right, so you're going with a lot. So let me get this. You just said you're going with a library, yeah? So a library,
yeah,
like a store or a games
like
and
a memory,
system.
yeah, yes.
But
yeah,
with the Xbox, it's just come out. Has it been released? Discless.
Don't fucking talk to me about that pile of shit. Do not say anything about that stupid console.
That's what I'm saying. You were talking about a disc or a library that will.
Well, no, what I'm saying
what
is,
game it is.
What's I'm saying is I'm just saying, and this is trying to make the market for people who not necessarily can afford to buy digital games, but can get them cheaper in a gaming shop or wherever they are.
I mean, I totally get it. Get it, but.
And that they have a disc that they could buy cheaper, maybe cheaper than they do on the Xbox store or whatever. But the fact that you wouldn't have to know if that game was already available backwards from digitally already, where you could just buy any Xbox 360 game or Xbox original game, and you could just put it in, and your Xbox would recognise it without it having to be already digitally available.
So basically you would like it to be expanded to the point where it's a multi-platform. You can literally just go to the shop, buy any game for any Xbox console, and it works on your Xbox One.
It'll work on one, yeah.
I think that'd be amazing for classic gamers. It would be incredible for those that aren't always too fussed about new releases and shit. It would be amazing, but as you said, it is very far-fetched, and like they could expand on it a little bit. But I don't think making every single game backwards compatible would be a good business decision.
All right, maybe that's a big ask, because that is a big ask, and yeah, there's probably a lot of games there are. All right, yes, I'm not writing it off completely. What they've got is a great format, and the fact that you could buy the games digitally, or if you already have some of these games, and on disc, you can play them and put them in your Xbox, and they play exactly the same way, and plus some of them you could play from the Game Pass as well. So they are readily available despite what your preference is
Yeah.
and stuff and how you get them.
Unless you're a classic gamer, you love the old classics, the fucking Knights of the Old Republic or something like that. Why would you? If you're not, sorry, if you're not, why would you go back to play them? Why would I want to go and play a game besides one that I actually want to have, which is Command and Conquer? We all love it. We all love a CAC. We love a CAC 4, Tiberian Wars.
Yeah.
Apart from that, why I wouldn't want to go and play any other retro game.
Yeah, but I'm not just talking about just us alone, because there's probably fucking millions of people that play games on a daily basis. Whether they're diehard gamers, whether they're diehard gamers or just casual gamers.
I think it's fucking pointless.
That's fine.
It's fucking pointless. It's a waste of your time when you could be making a brand new game that everybody's gonna fucking love. Could be a new Apex. You never know. Or a new Fortnite, or a new... Well, obviously, it ain't going to be a new FIFA because PES is a lot of shite.
I hate to say it, unfortunately, not everybody's going to have the same opinion as we are, and I understand
Well,
that.
no, yeah, but see, that's
everybody's going to see it differently. Yeah.
That's their opinion.
Can I just point out how blunt you was? You was just like, oh, like a new FIFA, oh, it don't matter, PES is shite. Just straight up, just not even talking about PES, just absolutely kick them in the teeth.
Don't sit there with your fucking nuts between your legs and don't say nothing. But what's the point? Going back to the fucking back, what's the point? Like, this is my opinion. What's the fucking point? It's pointless.
There is a point to a degree for the nostalgia of classic gamers wanting to play old games that they love without having to go and spend 50 quid on an original Xbox console. But in terms of the devs could spend more time instead of remastering everything. Like, because there's been so many games that have been remastered for no reason.
Yeah, I know, exactly. That's what I'm saying. In that case, get them or take a vote or fucking something to a game that could be backwards compatibility that everybody's going to love, that's going to be bought by millions of people if you don't have it. There's no point in spending a certain amount of money to backwards compat a game that's going to be a load of shit now that no one's going to fucking buy.
Yeah. So there's basically expand the backwards compatibility, do some polls and surveys and stuff and see what people are wanting to play, bring them games out and just expand the list.
Don't just backwards compat a game that's, oh, well, this has been around for fucking 50 years. This backwards compat that.
It'd be easier for the gamer because their choice would be there, but it's too many resources, too much time, and it's a waste of time as well doing every game. It might just be that only gamer that buys that certain game that's been backwards compat. When you can make at the same time, I totally see where horror's coming from.
I see where horror's coming from, 100%. Like,
let's just say it would be nice at E3 to see a mention of backwards compatible games, or the idea
that fucking everybody wants, not just one fucking person.
Or the mention that they will work on it once they get more feedback onto what people actually want to play. And now backwards compatibility, we're going to save Con's nightmare of getting himself a headache and getting all upset and angry and red in the face and the rest of it. Gears of War 5.
Oh, don't get me started on Gears of War 5. I'll fucking hurt someone.
It's our penultimate topic.
That game, the campaign, the online, as we found out the other day, we went back to play Gears of War 3. As we found out the other day, there are still scrubs on there that just like to sit and hold each other's cocks. That's pretty much the gist of it. But the campaign for 4, if anybody's played 4, is absolutely incredible. It's not the best one. Don't get me wrong. But it's incredible, along with the whole Gears genre.
Alright, what's your view on Gears?
I kind of think,
Jesus, you screaming for a microphone or something. You blow my ears off.
I find, as good as they are, I think they can't do no wrong because it's a tried and tested format and how they design their games, and how they are. Like, obviously everyone loves the multiplayer and whatever, and the stories have been really good and things like that. So I think they're doing no wrong. But all I'm just concerned about is how far they can take this in regards to the memorable characters you have that are well known from the Gears games. Is how far they could take it. As what within like how the origins of like Marcus Phoenix and alike, you know.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be absolutely incredible. Like,
As long as I see co-op campaign, multiplayer, horde, I'm happy and I'll buy it.
There'll be co-op campaign, there'll be horde, there'll be all of that there was in number 4. It's just going to be a different campaign with obviously the same characters, but you're playing as different characters. It's just, I don't know, I just think it's going to be one of them games that's going to bring a family together instead of arguing.
Apparently Gears of War 5 is going esports.
Oh, really?
Yep, I saw I think it was on the Xbox Inside or something. There was like a stream about it.
Yeah, it is. It's been esports for about 2 games now. The 4th and the 3rd.
Personally, I don't like esports at all. Not a fan of it. Like, don't get me wrong, players want to compete and be the best in the world and do all these competitions, and so be it. But I'm not a fan of esports or anything. And one of the changing game, but sticking on the topic of esports. What the fuck were they thinking, making Farming Simulator esports? Like, what are you going to do? Compete to earn the most money on a farm? People are going to be sat there for 2 hours watching you drive up and down the road in a tractor. Like, I think that's just stupid.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously Gears, it's a shooter. There's a lot of fans behind the franchise. And I reckon it'll be decent to see some Gears esports. I might watch a little bit of it. Gears of War 5 just better be good. Like, as I said, co-op campaign, multiplayer, horde.
It'll have all of that.
Yeah, I'll stick 60 quid into it, 80 quid for the big edition, whatever.
Yeah, so would I. Like, I have done all of them. I bought the big edition of Gears 4. Gears of War was my first major game on the 360. So yeah, I just think it's going to be fucking awesome.
Okay, are you ready for the final topic?
Don't get me started, mate. Don't wind me up.
The Xbox 2.
Oh, fuck off.
Or whatever it may be called.
You've just brought a brand new console out. You bought 2 brand new consoles
no, but that's what I want to say quickly. To anyone that wants to go to the shop and spend £250 on an all-digital Xbox, go to the fucking pound shop, buy yourself some duct tape and cover your disk drive. It has exactly the same effect, costing you £249 less. It was so stupid of them to remove the disk drive, because if someone wants to buy, say you want to buy Anthem, you go to the Xbox store, 60 quid to buy a digital, you go into CEX, any GameStop, whatever you want to call it, any pre-owned game shop, you're probably going to pay a tenner. Like, Fallout 76 was being handed out by second-hand game shops because the game is so shit. But if you want to play it and you buy a digital, you have to pay full price 99% of the time.
All these digital fucking Xbox and stuff like that. Why? On the Xbox One X, you can't see the disc drive. It's basically not there.
I just don't understand why people wanted it all digital in the first place. What's wrong with a disc drive just sitting there, even if it isn't used? It's not taking up hardware.
Even if you do get the digital one, you'll have to pay extra for the games.
Yeah.
You might not get the big editions.
And there's nothing different in terms of hardware. It's exactly the same 1 terabyte Xbox One S. Nothing different.
Just fucking pointless.
As I said, Gorilla Tape, duct tape, does the job, costs you £1.
I'll fucking slap anyone who gets one.
But the Xbox 2, what are your thoughts?
I don't. What's the point? Unless it's going to have a GTX 2080 Ti in it, what's the fucking point? It's going to do exactly the same as what I've got now. It's going to have the 4K. Yeah, it might be a little bit more quieter, but let's face it, mine's silent anyway. What's the fucking point?
Alright, so what would Microsoft do in terms of the battle against Sony with their PS5 if they wasn't releasing a new Xbox?
Well, first of all, I think both companies should go fuck themselves. You're asking someone who's already got an Xbox, right? So I'm assuming every gamer who's listening to this has either got an Xbox or a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Or a PC, sorry.
Yeah.
Why would you, like? It blows my mind. All these money grabbing companies. Yeah, we all love Microsoft. Yeah, we all love Sony because we're all gamers. So we've actually invested our money into their consoles to play in virtual games. It's quite stupid if you think of it like that. Why would you want to buy a new one? It's all nice to have a new one, isn't it? All nice to
See,
have
I just think it goes back to
But these are upgraded anyway.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the announcement of the Xbox One. They said, oh, no loading times and all that shit, and it's a load of bollocks. Like, it's not next generation gaming. Like, yeah, the graphics are updated a little bit.
You're always going to have loaded times.
Like, yeah, like look at Anthem.
Like, don't get me started on Anthem. Like my loading times, I've got the Xbox One X. So I'm using me as an example. I get into a game a minute before you.
Sometimes, yeah.
Is that 1 minute life or death?
No, and the same question, is that 1 minute worth another, 550 quid pre-orders?
You're going to get loading times on PC, regardless of how good your PC is. Shroud gets loading times, and he's probably...
And it's not just that, like, it is all down to the developers, because all of the Division 2 players have a bug on Division 2 where your loading times are taking forever. It's nothing to do with the console, it's the game and how it's developed. Like consoles with their hardware and like PCs, you can speed it up a little bit, but is it ever going to be worth 550 quid to pre-order the new console just to speed up your loading times and get a little bit of improved graphics?
It's 100% no. Unless they're going to bring a whole brand new games out of it, which I don't think they will.
No, definitely not.
It's just going to be... I don't think they will. Like, there's too many people that play the Xbox One games. What's the point? Like, when was this released? Like 4 years ago? No? 4 years ago?
No, 2013. 22nd of November.
Oh, the Xbox One X?
Oh, no. I thought you meant the standard Xbox One.
November 2017. So it's been out 2 years. A year and a bit.
Yeah, so, like, say you go to the shop and you buy a brand new Xbox One X, going to cost you 450 quid. 2 years later at E3, they announced that in 2020, so 3 years after you bought your Xbox One X, it's going to cost you 550 quid to have backwards compatible so you can play your Xbox One games on your Xbox 2. Or they're going to have to completely recycle everything. Like, 'cause apparently there's developers that have already stopped making games for the time being, and they're focusing with updated graphics and everything like that for the next generation of games. Like, if it was Rockstar, GTA 6 would be optimized to work. Like, fuck Rockstar.
Don't get me fucking started.
It's just an example. Like, it was like GTA 6 would be optimized to run on the Xbox 2. So there is already developers working for games specifically set to release on the new consoles. But is it going to make that much of a difference to your gaming experience to have to fork out that much money just to upgrade to the latest hardware? I really don't think it is.
No, it's definitely not.
Like, I'm a dickhead. I'm a gamer, so I probably will buy the Xbox 2, but I 100% do not think it's worth it. And Horror, you've been very quiet on the Xbox 2 subject. What's your opinion?
I think it's just a wasted potential, really, because the Xbox One X hasn't been out long enough to even make an impact such yet, to be honest. So, I mean, I don't know a lot about it, to be honest.
I just think, like, roll on E3, like, next month, can't wait for it. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs of it, like, a lot of things. It's going to be a roller coaster. I'm not sure on the exact dates.
Yeah, I can't. 13th, isn't it? 13th to the 15th.
But I reckon there's going to be a lot of things that piss a lot of people off, and there's going to be a lot of things that everyone's buzzing about. But I will put it out there, do not get overhyped for anything shown at E3, because it could be like Anthem, where they tell you they've been working on the game for 7 years, when it was only E3 2017, they actually found out what they was working on. The devs didn't have a fucking clue. So don't get overhyped thinking, oh, this looks amazing, because chances are it's AAA companies, you're going to be let down.
And just another note that's going to piss everybody off.
Go for it quick.
Borderlands 3, they said there was no microtransactions. There is. You could buy cosmetics, microtransactions. Thank you. Goodbye.